Here we are at the beginning of week 4 of rehearsals for The Passenger.
It's about when we have to confront the fact that maybe the world sees us differently to how we see ourselves and how we cope with that.
It's set in the wake of Kristallnacht in Berlin, November 1938.
The story of a Jewish man who goes on the run the night after Kristallnacht. He loses his flat, he gets separated from his wife, he's got nowhere to go, and within a few days finds that he's lost everything that he had before.
I was drawn to the project because I knew Tim Supple beforehand. I knew him socially, but I also knew him by reputation, and we'd often talked about wanting to work together. But also the nature of the project appealed to me because knowing that the constraints of the project, which are about space, which are about budget, which are all things that spur the imagination. And for me, theatre is about imagination and about engaging the imagination of the audience, and this seemed like it was going to be a project that would very much do that.
So I wanted to adapt the novel into a play because I often find myself doing that, thinking about whether things would work on stage and why. And in this instance, I felt drawn to the journey.
The adaptation by Nadya Menuhin, the writer, that appealed to me very much because she created a clear and simple and available and open adaptation of the book, which is the kind of writing that I like to work with in the theatre. It demands imagination from us and the audience. We have to imagine this story on trains in different locations. It also is not like a conventional play. It's somewhere like a story brought to life. Short, sharp, vivid picture of a series of events, a shocking and startling and crazy, surreal series of events that give us an insight into a particular moment of history from a particular perspective. So I was very excited by the challenge of that.
The last 4 weeks have absolutely whizzed by. It's been a roller coaster ride, honestly. It's been absolutely fantastic, really inspirational, working at breakneck speed through so many different bits and pieces. I'm still trying to catch up, shall we say, but it's been absolutely phenomenal.
The rehearsal process was quite a different one, but really thrilling. Different in the fact that because it's so brand new, there's so much that we've had to discover in the moment to do with the style, to do with the storytelling and script changes. But part of the joy of acting is that you get to work with new people all the time, and when they're a team like this and they're so fantastic, it makes it really, really rewarding. And
I'm very excited for people to see the piece because I've been excited to make it, and I think that makes a big difference. It's been a lot of fun to make, and I'm really curious to know what people make of it. I love the fact that it's in this intimate space, but it also needs an audience, and that's going to have a big effect on what happens in the centre of the space.
The audience, I hope, can expect an experience.
Very excited to be. I've not worked in this space before, and I'm looking forward to it.
3 words to the show. I call it
roller coaster,
Thriller,
suspenseful,
A rip-roaring thriller with spills and chills, a bit of romance and a bit of danger. Or you could call it a 90-minute bullet train to hell.
And the point about it being just 90 minutes is it should be a kind of vivid and rather sensational experience that sort of shakes and stirs and then hopefully gives people something to think about.